If you love food as much as I love food, you know that there's nothing like a good meal, a good dessert that just hits that sweet spot. And you're like, oh my God, this tastes so good. Hey everyone, this is Bola Shokumbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance, and welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So not long ago, I did a video on the 10 things I no longer buy, and I talked about the 10 things I don't buy anymore. Many of them were tied to money mistakes, but the question I got from folks was, well, Bola, if you're not buying any of these things anymore, what exactly do you still buy and what will you never stop buying? So I wanted to create a quick video to tell you about some of the things that I'm never gonna stop buying. Before we get into this video, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do hit the like button, tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance, and head over and follow us on Instagram. We have a great time engaging over there. And if you haven't already been to clevergirlfinance.com, stop by. We have brand new articles on the site every single day, and we offer over 30 plus completely free courses to help you as you work on improving your finances. Okay, so let's get into these things that I'm never going to stop buying. So number one, handbags. I am never going to stop buying handbags. I love handbags. I have a soft spot for designer handbags. I used to be a handbag junkie, and I'll put a link to an article on that sad, pathetic story. Because it was sad and pathetic for me because I was buying all these bags I was never using, wasting my money, but different video. But I love handbags, right? And given the experience I had with just overbuying handbags, I kind of got to know myself a bit more and readjusted my priorities. And so now, while I still love luxury handbags, designer handbags, I'm very mindful on how I spend money on my handbags, and I don't buy as many as I used to. But recently with the pandemic, I got this idea that I didn't want to damage my beautiful handbags with the hand sanitizers and all that kind of stuff. And I went and I bought a cheap handbag for $14.99 at Target. And about 2 weeks later, it wound up in the trash because it ripped. And I couldn't put it back together again. And so handbags are something that I'm always going to buy, but I buy them in moderation. I'm mindful of spending my money on them. I do value a beautifully well-made handbag. I love designer handbags. I used to have a huge Chanel collection, which I don't have anymore, but I'm never going to stop buying handbags. I love handbags. They're one of those things that just, I just love having them. So handbags, I will always buy. The second thing that I will never stop buying is good food. Listen, if you love food as much as I love food, you know that there's nothing like a good meal, a good dessert that just hits that sweet spot. And you're like, oh my God, this tastes so good. I love food, and I just really hate it when I spend my money on something at the grocery store or at a restaurant and it doesn't taste good. It drives me crazy. And so good food is something that I will always buy. And I'm in this space where I know what I like to eat and I know what products I like, and I just buy those things. And it takes a lot for me to deviate from my list, knowing that I know this one particular brand or this one particular product is good, but I try new things. But good food, I will always buy good food, and I will always buy healthy food, especially for my kids. I mean, I like junk food every now and then. I'm gonna be honest, like who doesn't? But I also prioritize buying healthy food. So the second thing I will always buy is good food. The third thing that I will always buy is skincare. So going back to that video where I talked about 10 things I no longer buy, I talked about no longer buying skincare to try just to try it. But I'm in this space where I know the skincare that I like. I know that it works for me. Some of it is pricey, but I love them and I will always continue to buy them because I just know they work. I like how they feel. I like how they make my skin look. And I mean skincare, not makeup. So I'm not a huge makeup person. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that my face pretty much always looks the same. Sometimes I have some eyeshadow disasters because, I'm trying to experiment, but I have no business because I know I have just one brush and I'm not a makeup artist, but my makeup is pretty much the same. But skincare, I know the ones I like, and that I'm always going to buy. And then the final thing that I'm always going to buy are books. I love reading books. I love business books. I love fiction. I love biographies. I just love reading books, and I love having books in paperback or hardback copies, but I also like having ebooks. I don't discriminate when it comes to books. I love all books, and the only challenge I face when it comes to books is finding time to actually read them. So I am guilty of collecting books that I am yet to read, but you know, I've always been a reader. I try to make time to read something every day or every other day, and I'm trying to get my kids into that reading mode, so I always buy them books as well. And so I will always buy books. And if you don't know, I've actually written 2 books of my own on the topic of personal finance. The first book is called Clever Girl Finance: Ditch Debt, Save Money, and Build Real Wealth. And this is a foundational personal finance book. And my second book is called Clever Girl Finance: Learn How Investing Works, Grow Your Money. And this is a book that's focused on investing. So definitely check out those 2 books. So off the top of my head, those are 4 things that I know that I am never not going to buy. I'm always going to buy handbags. I'm always going to buy good food. I'm always going to buy my skincare, and I'm always going to buy books. So what are some things that you're never not going to buy? Leave them in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do tell all your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance. Head on over to Instagram to follow us at Clever Girl Finance, and stop by clevergirlfinance.com to check out our articles that we have on the site every single day, and to check out our completely free courses. We have over 30 plus courses and over 40 plus completely free worksheets to help you improve your finances. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.